Hello and welcome to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks. I'm ABK.
I am Lukman.
And I am Anwar. Welcome, my fellow brethren, to another episode of FPL Kopi Talks. To my new listeners, welcome to the old ones. Welcome again.
I just came back from my holiday in Penang, and
Yeah.
I think it would have been a very different holiday had that Garnacho goal went in. It would have been a different mood to my holiday.
It was on, man. It was on, man.
No way, bro.
Okay, speaking of which, just for the new listeners, let's just do a short intro. Okay, I will start first. So I'm Lukman. I'm a Liverpool fan, just like Anwar, but I am FPL first and then Liverpool second. So last night, the last game, right? I'm a Salah owner, right? If you ask me whether I want Salah hat-trick in a 4-3 loss or a Liverpool win, like a 2-1 with no Salah return, I would have chosen Salah hat-trick and a loss. So yeah, I'm definitely FPL first. If the same thing was to you, Anwar, as a Liverpool fan, because you own Salah also, right?
Bro, that's not a fair comparison. 4-3 win, 2-1 win, both win, right, bro?
No, sorry, 4-3 loss.
Or 4-3 loss.
Salah hat-trick in a 4-3 loss, yeah.
You rather take the 4-3?
Which one will you choose?
You rather take the 4-3?
I rather take yeah, you?
Bro, if you take the 4-3 and still don't win the league, right? I don't know what to say about you, man.
What league? The mini league.
If you don't win the mini league, lah. I mean, obviously we watch the sport.
No, answer the question. Which one will you take?
I'd rather take the win, bro.
Liverpool
I'd rather take the
with
win,
Salah
yeah.
blanking.
So Anwar's
blanking
Liverpool
doesn't
first.
matter. Yeah, I'm Liverpool first. I watch the game first, and then the points will follow.
But the FPL is the game. Okay, fair. But
a beautiful game of football.
Okay.
And hopefully the points will follow. How about you, ABK? Will you let Garnacho score?
No. I'll take the Royce goal any day, bro.
Okay, yeah. So I call myself the sensible FPL manager. So yeah. So ABK, you want to do a short intro to the slew of new listeners?
Yeah, so I think I'm the clouded one. I'm the one that, as I mentioned just now, I'm very biased towards Arsenal. I'm always Arsenal first over fantasy. Right. I think what happened this week was that I had two Man U midfielders, Rashford and Bruno in my team. I had to get one of them out. I didn't want to have two Man U midfielders against Arsenal. So I got the wrong one out actually. I got Rashford out, and then he scored against Arsenal. So that was heartbreaking for me when I saw the goal. Yeah. So I let my Arsenal bias cloud my decisions for FPL. I think so. I'm like quite bad with regards to that.
You wouldn't captain anyone against Arsenal, right?
Yeah. Usually I don't like.
Yeah. No? Will you captain
Salah.
anyone
So
against
Salah,
Liverpool?
If Haaland plays against Liverpool, I won't captain Haaland. So
Really?
he's the only one. He's the only one. Haaland hasn't scored against Liverpool, bro.
Has he not?
Has he not? I don't think he has. You can check. You can
For
check
Dortmund?
the stats again.
Dortmund?
Did we meet Dortmund when Haaland was playing there? I'm not too sure. But
I
okay,
think
whatever it
Dortmund
is,
was playing.
the only person that I would captain against Liverpool would probably be Haaland, because I have Salah and I have full faith in Salah. And I think Haaland... Sorry?
You captain Haaland because you have Salah.
No. What I'm saying is that the only other player that I would captain is either Salah or Haaland. So if
Okay.
Man City were to play against Liverpool, then
Liverpool
Salah
captain.
all day.
Oh, you
all day,
captain
bro.
Salah.
Yeah.
So you won't captain Haaland, ah?
I won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, before we get on to the show proper, do follow us on X and Instagram where we post about our favorite FPL content for the week.
Yeah, also do join our Telegram channel for the league code to our prize league, where the season winner will receive a Premier League jersey of choice. This is also a space where we interact with our FPL community. Anwar, you want to say
You
something?
will find all the links to our socials in the description. So without further ado, grab your beverage of choice and let's get into it.
Bos, kopi O1 bos.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks.
It's Freddie Youngberg again. Push out by Bartes. Wilson!
Right here. Right now.
What a piece of quick thinking!
Okay, let's start with a new segment. I think, sorry, not new segment. We renamed the segment It was standout performance of the week. We are calling it Brew of the Week from now on. So this is a segment where we talk about teams or players who exceeded our FPL expectations. So there were a hat-trick of hat-trick heroes last week. Let's start with Big Ange, Spurs and Son. So Son had more shots, 5 in this game, than Richarlison had managed in the first 3 games combined. 4. So yeah, he had one more shot than Richarlison in 3 games combined in that game week. So so what you guys think, man? Is Son a must buy?
Yeah, so Son is like a inverse Rashford. Right? Because Rashford, right?
Inverse Rashford.
Yeah, so Rashford, when he
Okay.
plays on the left wing, then he gets more attacking returns. Right? But then Son, right, when he plays in this new role as a number 9, right, he gets more attacking returns. Yeah, but if I recall correctly also, right, the season under Mourinho, right, they were playing Son and Kane together. But I think in that season, right, Kane was dropping deep a lot. He was the one that was dropping deep to provide assists for Son. So essentially, in that season, right, he was actually playing a lot. Although officially his position was on the left wing, right, he was playing a lot as a number 9. So actually, this is a very promising development in the team if he remains in the number 9 role, I think, for Son. Right.
Yeah.
Anwar?
Son. It's great to see Son playing football again, man. I think for the first 3 games, like he's almost non-existent. We almost forgot that Son played for Tottenham Hotspurs, and the hat trick. Wow, the first goal. Did you see the first goal that he scored? That ding over the keeper.
chip, right?
That was class, man.
Yeah.
That was class. Yeah. So Son 3 goals here,
Must
and
buy?
I think
Must
Sorry?
buy?
must buy.
Okay,
Yeah.
must
So
buy.
I'm getting to that. So
Okay.
I think what's interesting here, we just into game week 4. Every week we are chasing the points, right? We're looking at like stand-up performance. Last week was Sterling, this week was Son. I think we still have to see because it's only the first game. Its opposition is Burnley. Next up they have Sheffield United, which means that for the next game at least we can expect some points. But they have tough tests, which is Arsenal and Liverpool following Sheffield United. So I think after that, because right now, right, this Spurs team is quite interesting. They've got the most clean sheets. They've got 2 clean sheets so far. They've got 11 goals. I think they're looking like a proper team right now. But let's see against Arsenal, against Liverpool. If this team keeps it up, then I think Son can come in for a good run of fixtures after that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm so not big on him.
I concur on that. I think I will wait for the Arsenal Liverpool game before I bring him on. I know it could be too late, right? But if at this point you don't have Son, right, I wouldn't recommend getting him just for Sheffield.
Okay, I think we're all on agreement. I think this game is especially against Burnley, right? They play a high line and they have a lot of space in behind. But against Sheffield, right, even though it's a good fixture, right, it's more like a Madison game. I don't think there'll be a low block, right? I think Son wouldn't have a lot of space to exploit. And also, I know you say he has played in the up front with Kane, right? But this is a bit different. We haven't really seen him playing like a lone 9. He'll be most of the time he'll be back to goal, right? He'll be back to goal, and we don't know how he'll play in this role.
But to be fair, I mean, in that season where Kane was providing all the assists for Son, right? For Son, right? Now they have an even better
Madison.
ball player in terms of Madison to give the passes, to give the assists to Son. So
Wait. Meadow is even better than Kane.
I say in terms of the passing, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. He's a better
Anwar,
creator.
agree?
I mean, he's a better creator than Kane, man.
I think
The
as
disrespect
a
on Kane.
whole, right? The over reliance on Kane, you see a lot more freedom in the rest of the players in this Spurs team. So I think it's not just about getting more fixtures from there. More assists from Meadow or whether Kane is a better teammate than Madison. I think as a team as a whole, the creativity output, the attacking output, the input is coming from everywhere. They're not just looking at one player and then just open things up for all the players to get involved. And I think Son relishes a lot from these chances and he scores. He converts them, at least for the game against Burnley.
Yeah.
Lukman,
you don't own
one question I want to ask you. Last week you said Madison was the only asset to bring on for Tottenham. Is there a change of tune or change of your tune
definitely.
now?
I think it's
definitely
Son is definitely
Son is back in the picture now.
No, bro,
He's
I'll go with
definitely-
Madison. I'll go with Madison.
Yeah, but okay, let's talk about Madison. Okay, Anwar, you don't own Madison, right?
Yeah, I don't know Madison, but he's definitely
Okay.
the next player that I'm going to bring in.
Same here. I'm actually, as a non-owner, he only got 7 points, I think, If you look at the game, I think we got lucky as non-owners that he only scored 7 points. So yeah, Madison is still over Son for me, and I think I'm really hoping. I think I want to get him in. Despite the Liverpool and Arsenal fixtures, I think those are okay fixtures for Meadow.
Meadow is crazy, man. He's
Yeah.
on free kicks. His goal was also sensational. I think he's contributing a lot. He's playing a lot of fun in this team, man. Really another player.
Yeah, but if Son plays 9, and he's probably on penalties, if I were to hazard a guess as a captain, I think Son will come into the picture. If Salah goes to Saudi, Salah to Son is quite an obvious move in my opinion. We have 2 more days, right?
Next question I want to ask. Son versus Rashford. Same price point. Who's the better pick?
Son all day, man. I'm a
I don't
Rashford
know,
owner. I'm a
I don't
Rashford owner. But I think like I watched the Arsenal United game and the previous games that United play. I feel that this United team is very static in the way. I won't say static. They're not as fluid, not as dynamic, and I feel like the whole front three at United is still trying to find some rhythm. And we saw what Son did with Madison and other players in his team who's coming to form. I think that makes Son a no-brainer over Rashford.
For me, it's Rashford because of Rasmus Højlund. I think when he came on, we saw something in him that maybe could unlock Rashford. So yeah, for now, like Rashford to Son is a transfer I won't do. So yeah, my answer is Rashford. ABK?
I think
What do you think?
I'll go with Son. I go with Son.
You still go Son. So
Yeah.
will you make the transfer?
No, as in I've already made
Rashford
a
to Son?
transfer from Rashford to Madison this game week. So I think that this
Yeah, but if
the
you were
bid
me,
is
will
already
you-
made for me.
Will you do that?
No.
For those who have Rashford?
Not at the moment. I'll still wait and see. As I mentioned just now, I'll wait for those 3 good fixtures. The 2 difficult fixtures out of the 3 games, next 3 game weeks. So I want to see his
But
performance against Arsenal and against Liverpool.
So are we on agreement Madison over Son? Even if you can afford Son?
Yeah, so
will
if
you
you
go
ask
for-
me,
At this moment, I think at this game week, I would say still Madison over Son.
Madison.
yeah, if you ask me, my next transfer will actually bring in one of these Spurs players. So
Who are you
it's actually a
selling?
decision I have to make. It's either Madison or Son. But right now, I'm leaning 80% towards Madison over Son. For the
Who are you
price
selling, bro?
point and for the... I haven't decided. But I think there'll
Okay.
be a couple of changes in my team. I need to spruce it up after this international break.
Okay, let's move on to Brighton and Evan Ferguson. 5.9 million. First hat-trick in the Premier League. 4 shots, 4 on target, and XG of just 0.91, 3 goals. I think DZB has just got to play him every game. I think he's just too good. I know he's young, you want to protect him, but Brighton has a realistic chance of getting Champions League or even more. So, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think he'll be nil? I think that's the most important question.
I think it's difficult to
he'll
say
be rotated?
is nil because Brighton is in European competitions this season, right? And there's also a Welbeck also that is a serviceable player for Brighton for Disabi's system. So I think in terms of nilness, no. Right? But in terms of the price point for Ferguson and how good he is, right? I mean, he's scored 3 goals from a non-penalty XG of 0.78 and he's only got 1 big chance. So that means he's like a clinical finisher, I think, for me, for Ferguson. And for 18-year-old, I think that's like something you don't even see, for 18-year-old to do it in the Premier League. It just means that Ferguson has that striker instinct. I think not many people will have that instinct to score goals and that finisher. I think Ferguson has it, and I just wanted to say that he's also for me, right, looking at like how he outperforms his XG and his big chances that he has, right. I think he's the inverse Nunes and Jackson, bro. Right.
More Jackson lah. Don't
Clinical.
He
Yeah,
doesn't need much, bro. He doesn't need much.
Yeah, but I
to
mean, this
score.
is one game. But what I like about Ferguson is I like that he's got that raw size, he's got that raw pace, and I think the first goal was a poacher's goal from the rebound, and he got 2 goals from outside the box. So those are not easy chances, but he has the confidence to take those shots. But again, I think the hat-trick was more born out of confidence of his ability in that particular game. And again, like you mentioned, he's 18 years old. Whether he's nailed in this Brighton team, we yet to see. We have Yao Pedro, we have Welbeck on the bench. I don't think I can safely say he's nailed. But I think if you're looking at a differential of 5.9, he's 5.9 million, right?
6 now. He's already
Yeah,
increasing
6
price.
million.
Oh,
I
he rose in
think-
price.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's worth a consideration, but I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I'll see him in my team at some point of the season. To be honest, I'll see him in my team some point in the season. I think he has a runway to improve, to grow, and I kind of like that. Yeah, in my assets.
Okay.
So.
Talking about Brighton, let's talk about the defense. So question from Ashraf on Instagram: possibility of dropping Estupinan as there are no clean sheets from Brighton. So, okay, just a bit of stats for you guys. XGC for Brighton, 4th worst this season, despite having easy fixtures. So I still think in this game, Gilmore and Gropp played well, right? But I still think in the long run, right, that midfield wouldn't hold up. There's no solidity. I think the loss of Caicedo and McAllister, right, in the long term will show, in my opinion. I still think the lack of control and the lack of defensive ability in Gilmore and Gropp will show. That's why I think S2 is a fine bench or sell. I think it's fine. That's my instinct.
If you ask me,
How about you guys?
Sorry, I go first, maybe?
Go.
No, go first.
Yeah. So just a quick one. So if you ask me, just last weekend, we don't see a lot of clean sheets anyway. Right, we only had 2 clean sheets, and
Only
one was
2.
Nottingham Forest, and the other one was Liverpool. Right, but I mean,
You don't have to
honestly-
sound so smart, bro.
Okay, yeah, not sounding smart, but yeah, I mean, you come up with Joe Gomez and Matip at centre back. You're not expecting a clean sheet.
Hey, bro,
Nottingham
don't go off
Forest-
topic. Just talk about Brighton.
Yeah.
Talk
No,
about
you're
Brighton.
not expecting. So my point here is that I think it's going to be a very open season where there'll be plenty of goals, especially with the new rules and all this. So I would approach my defenders not so much more for that clean sheet asset. If I wanted a clean sheet asset, probably get in City player for now, at least for now. But a City player, you got to deal with the Pep roulette lah. So in that sense, Estupinan, I think with the potential of attacking returns at his price point, I still keep him in my team. I see how it goes. I don't think it's a sell for me right now.
Even what I wanted to say was that even in this game, right, you saw, I think at least one of the goals, right, came from the left side, came from Estupinan side. I think one of the crosses that Estupinan got in, he didn't get the assist, of course, but it was because of his cross or work he did on the left side. He's very advanced as a player. I wouldn't leave him out.
Speaking of Evans, in the 93rd minute, right, he was caught offside. Then after that, Wilson went to score from the same side. So he needs to chill. Anyway, Deserby has to stop playing James Milner. Because when he came on in 80th minute, I thought, okay, that's it. The clean sheet is gone. Because last game, Brighton lost. He started, right? And then Brighton lost. And then they just stopped playing Milner. Milner should be putting out the beats for the lads. Stop it. Okay. You want to talk about Ansu Fati, 6.5 million? I think he'll probably play a 10, right?
I don't know.
Even though he's a left winger.
I'm not familiar with this game, bro.
He's
I
a
mean,
winger,
they-
lah. But
They got Enciso and Yao Pedro at 10, right? And even Welbeck sometimes
Yeah.
sits in that position.
correct.
They have Evan Ferguson, and then you got Solly March, and then you have Mitoma. So it's gonna be.
I always thought he was more of a right winger, right forward. No.
Left.
Left,
He's a right-footed left winger. He basically like Mitoma, essentially.
Oh.
But I
Yeah,
think
so it's interesting to see.
he has to play, though. I think you have to play him, right? Don't you think so? No, I actually don't know, lah.
I don't know. I think he's still
He
an unknown
deserve-
quantity. I mean, if he can't make the Barcelona team, I think he's still an unknown quantity. We'll see how he fares in the Premier League.
But then again, it's the next
He's
Messi,
good, bro.
right?
He's the heir to... Okay, let's talk about the third hat-trick hero that I almost forgot that he scored because it didn't matter, to be honest, in our IPL team. Is Erling Haaland. So,
Yeah.
let's talk about City. Okay, okay, you want to say?
Yeah. As in,
Holland.
I think that this discussion here maybe is just I'm looking at the fixtures and it looks like he's a set and forget captain until game week 8. Do you guys see any possibilities for any alternative captains in this run? I think that's the only discussion I have. Discussion point I have. In terms of Haaland.
I think West Ham the next game. You don't want captain Son or Meadow.
No man, I'll just.
I think City has West Ham away. Spurs has Sheffield at home. No,
Yeah, I wouldn't risk it, man. Yeah,
wouldn't risk it. Not after 20 points.
yeah, not after 20 points.
It's quite scary.
Yeah, but anyway,
especially with 92% ownership, man.
Yeah.
You miss a point. You miss a captaincy. Right? That's like 10 points off your total score for that week.
Okay, what was ominous about this game for to the rest of the league, right? Man City had a very bad game. I watched this game. I thought they were awful, man. They had only 7 shots, 5 on target, and 5 goals. I think Doku, I think he's new. I think he's still learning the system. But I thought Man City played so poorly, and I got lucky with the Foden assist because that was an offside all day long. So yeah, I got a bit lucky and unlucky because I think Alvarez is he got 2 assists, right, but he didn't create a single chance in the game. Yeah, but he still got 2 assists. So yeah, I think Alvarez owners are quite lucky. And we on ABK. What are you doing with Vardiol?
I'm keeping him, bro. So with my City assets, right, what I'm doing, I have 3 City assets in my team, right. I'm leaving my bench, my first on the bench. It's an important player. Like, he needs to be able to come on to my team, right?
Like Cameron Archer?
Yeah, like what you did with Cameron Archer, bro. 12 points from the bench, yeah. So I think that first on the bench is very important if you want to have City assets, right? So just keep that in mind. You will be subject to the Pep roulette. Just have a good bench coming that might come on for the first on the bench if you want to have City assets.
Our next segment is Roast of the Week. This is a segment, previously it was called Underperformers. So now we'll call it Roast of the Week. It's a segment where we talk about teams or players who we expected more of. So let's talk about Chelsea. So they were so bad, right? That even okay, you know this game, right? Chelsea against Nottingham Forest. I saw someone on X said that this is the recruitment agency derby. So yeah, that was funny. Okay, so Chelsea was so bad in this game, right? That Matt Turner didn't even get a single save point. He only saved 2 shots. So that's how bad Chelsea was. Yeah. Thoughts on Chelsea.
You wouldn't lose much if you played Turner. As in, you wouldn't earn much if you played Turner because he got a yellow card also anyway. So he only got 5 points only.
Yeah, actually he was on 3 bonus, right? 9 points. The yellow card brought him to 5 points. So he lost 4 points with the yellow card. Yeah. But okay, anyway, one thing to take note, right? The XG for Chelsea in this game, right, were actually quite similar with Spurs and Man City. But Man City scored 5, right? But if you watch the highlights, right, the XG came from moments. Instead of like a lot of shots, right? It just came in, like, especially the big one, right? The Jackson miss, like Anwar was saying. So yeah, Anwar, what do you think of the miss, bro?
I don't know, man. The first thing that I asked after watching that game was, is Jackson the only recognised striker in this Chelsea team? I mean, after buying 17 players they bought this summer, and they're relying on Jackson. I think I think he's very wasteful in this game. Reminds me a bit of it's fine line. There's a fine line between Drogba and Lukaku, and I think he crossed it, man.
Adebayo.
I think Lukaku, man.
Bro, you should be used to this, bro. Darwin Núñez was like that at the start of last season, bro.
But he got us the 2-1 win against Newcastle.
So actually, this game alone, right, I think Darwin also missed 3 big chances. So if he didn't return and if Liverpool lost, we'll be saying the same thing. It's just results oriented. So I still think, okay, let's talk about
Actually, to be honest, right, I'm quite glad they underperform in terms of results this week, because I think the underlying numbers are there. I think they have the chances. They could have easily won this game. I think they were unlucky not to get something from this game, right? So I think I'm glad, because like if they were to perform and they were to, like, Sterling was to get returns and Jackson was to get returns, I think you see an influx of people getting them in. So I think you can. I think that will be slowed down this game week, and it's actually a good opportunity to bring them in still. I think, right? So I'm still looking at. I think Sterling and Jackson are still good assets to own.
I kind of agree with you.
I would agree with you.
I mean, I won't bring them in, but if you had brought them in last week, you had chased the points. I think it's still okay because they have Bournemouth after this and a few more games. But my only concern with this Chelsea team is, after watching the few games that they had this last 4 weeks, right, I still don't see a system within this team. Like, it's a lot of like Enzo trying to do a lot of things, and then Raheem Sterling, picking up the ball. There's not much structure in how they attack. At least that's for me, I don't see. It's still very new, still very raw. And then, but I would say that if Jackson had finished most of his chances, Enzo would actually get quite a number of points, man. Enzo's, I think, chances created was quite high in this game. And yeah, again, on one hand, it's a new team. On the other, like, the chances that he could have scored, those can boil down to being in a new system or a new team. It's just up to Jackson, man. So whether he converts or not, I think the points really depends on him right now.
I was about to ask you guys, is Chelsea assets a sell? But you guys said before that you will even buy them. So yeah, I think that question is moot now. So, but I still think you don't sell your assets for sure, but I'm not looking at them. I think if you want to buy Sterling, right, I think they are better assets. I'm sure you won't have Mbeumo. You might not have Mbeumo. You might not have Madison. You might not have Foden. I think I would rather go there first than Sterling. But then, just a few stats to back up your points. Jackson is ranked second for non-penalty XG for all outfield players and third for penalty area attempts, behind Haaland and Edson Edward. And also Sterling, right? He leads on penalty area touches. He's on 50. Mitoma is on 40. Saka is on 39. So yeah, at least Sterling is involved. So yeah, that's that I think. I don't know whether I'll buy them, but yeah, definitely don't sell them.
Don't sell them.
I'm quite disappointed that actually Sterling didn't get called up in the England squad.
Why?
Yeah, because I think if he did get called up and he get some game time, right, I think it could be a good way to continue on his form. If you remember last season, I think we had, maybe we could just start the discussion on the international break. I think there was one listener question, right, on the international break.
Yeah, so the question is from Farik. So he asked, don't fall into the trap of thinking international form will translate into club football.
Yeah.
What do you think, APK?
So I think it does help a bit. I mean, like if you score in your international break, right, I think sometimes that kind of confidence will translate when you go back to your club team. I think I remember last season when Rashford, I think he didn't have like he wasn't doing, like, I think it was like the England call up. I think he managed to score a few goals in the England call up last season, and then after that he went on this run of form with Man Utd team. So I do think like that confidence, that form, right, you can get from your international break. Right? I think it does translate to the club, your club form, like to an extent, because I mean, it's a totally different system. Sometimes the way your international team plays and the way your club team plays is a totally different system. Sometimes you are even playing in a different position. But I think that confidence and form, we can see it like translate. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I think the international break is just a distraction from FPL. But I don't recall looking very closely at international games to see if they would translate into FPL points, because I feel that like with the international teams, the system is different. The reliance on certain players are a bit more, a bit less. So while form is form, international break could contribute to that. But whether or not I use that much in my analysis on getting in the players, I probably won't think too much about it.
Yeah, I think definitely. I mean, you shouldn't be using your international break stats to back up your kind of transfers for your FPL game. I think that's what I agree with.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion either way. I think it depends on the player because, like, for example, Trent, right, I think he's not injured. I think he just doesn't want to go play for Southgate. So I think he just the hammy is just a hoax. So it depends on the player whether they want to play, whether they like the national team. I think it depends on the player.
But Southgate plays him in midfield, man.
Yeah,
that's where he want to be, right?
He got called up in the midfield, though. His name is in the midfield.
Yeah, he is.
He's shack.
Anyway, the next, let's go on to the next roast of the week, Newcastle. So no clean sheet in the first 4 games, and if you look back, right, only 2 cleans in the last 22 games. So yeah, so are we still looking at Newcastle assets in their upcoming good fixtures?
I think it depends on whether Botman is back. I think Botman is important to the team's defense. If Botman is back, then I think I would consider getting the Newcastle defense in. But without the full defense, I think I'll be quite hesitant. There's also Lewis Hall could be coming in on the left side to take over Target's place or Denman's place. So I think once we see how this defense with Botman back and maybe a new left back, right, I think we could see them getting more clean sheets over time. But maybe right now I wouldn't bring them in.
I know what do you think of the schoolboys.
I like to think that what we did to them last week really rattled this team. No, but I think the good thing for me, at least with the result that we had, at least I don't feel so FOMO not having any Newcastle assets in my team, because like coming into the season, looking at the run of fixtures, we're saying that if they do well in the first 4 games, then we should think about how we want to ease in this asset. Players like Isaac who, and then and the rest. So let's see. They got Brentford coming up. They got Sheffield United, but
Okay.
not
So the
FOMO lah.
UCL draw, right, is not good for FPL. They have to play their strongest team. They got PSG, Milan, and Dortmund, right? They have to play their strongest team in my opinion, and they have Man City in the Carabao Cup too. So I don't know. I think Trippier is. Firstly, he might be rotated for Livramento. Secondly, even if he plays right, two clean sheets in the last 22, man. I don't know. They're just not informed, not worth it. Especially at Trippier's. Yeah, Botman is fine now because he's only 4.5. But other than that, I'm looking to avoid like Isak. Definitely 3 blanks in a row, right? But he's not even nailed to, even if he's on form. I probably won't even go there. Not yet anyway. Shall we move on to the next segment?
Yep.
So the
Interesting
next
how-
segment.
Yeah.
Sorry, what you say?
No, just say interesting to see how just one game week can change your perception like that.
Yeah. It's always like that, bro.
But yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like that, man.
Yeah.
Newcastle suddenly don't look as tasty as they looked like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Let's move on to Kopi Takeaways. This is a segment where we talk about assets we are watching out for and maybe some trends and strategies for the upcoming game weeks. Let's start with ABK's team against Manchester United, man. What do you think of the game, bro?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it would have been a totally different holiday if that Garnacho goal came in. I think it's a game with a lot of fine margins, right? That offside call, I think there are lots of penalty decisions with Havertz. I think they were talking about the Højlund's penalty decisions also. I think the reason why Arsenal keeps winning Man U or having a good result over Man U at Emirates Stadium, I think it's just the home factor. We can't seem to replicate the job when we go Old Trafford. It's always, whenever we play Old Trafford, we always lose, and whenever they play, whenever we play at the Emirates, we always win. Right? So I think that's that home crowd factor. I think that kind of helps the team. Kind of, we've got 2 seasons already where we've got 2 last minute winners, right? And I think that home factor plays a part when it comes to this game. Yeah, so I think that's kind of my analysis of the game. I'm kind of glad that we won. Rise with that.
You know what else played a part,
Wait.
bro?
Uh,
The fact that Ten Hag handed you the game when he put on Johnny Evans against Maguire, bro. Like I don't know what was happening. That was the depth of their centre back defense.
the
options,
thing is
but-
crazy. I thought Evans, right, was signed as like a that.
yeah, like
No,
they
no,
would
but-
help with the youth or something.
Yeah,
like that.
no. Jay Spearing is a Liverpool team, Like I don't know whether he's still
yeah.
in the I thought he was that kind of signing, Hey,
Yeah,
then after
like
I saw
the
him
European-
on the bench, I thought maybe not enough players on the bench, and that's why he's on the bench. Then to put him on, I don't even know what happened to Lindelof. To put him on, I was like questioning the decision.
Oh, Maguire
I think he wanted to deal with maybe the height. I think with Lindelof defending, right?
No, Lindelof was injured or ill or something.
I think it was yellow
That's what
card.
they said.
Or was it the yellow
No,
card?
no,
I
he
don't
he wanted to come off. But anyway.
Bro, but
Anyway,
if
let's
you
talk
leave
about-
me
let's
that
talk-
game with that defense, man.
I think if Garnacho scored, I think Arsenal would have come back and at least drawn the game.
No,
That's what they
I
did
don't
for the
think
first
so.
goal.
I don't think so.
Why? Really?
I don't think we would have gone back because actually,
So-
if you watch the game towards the end, right, I think I think they were out of gas really on the Arsenal team. We were quite fortunate to get. As in, we got that corner, and I think we managed to score from the corner. I think if you watch the last 10 minutes of the game, I think it looks
It was
like
closer.
Arsenal didn't really have that impetus, that drive that they had at the first half for me.
Okay,
But
okay,
I think
let's
coming
talk
from
about assets.
very quick one. Like coming from a neutral,
Okay,
right?
go.
The Arsenal team is losing a bit of their mojo in terms of the pass and movement and all this. I feel like that's something a bit off in this Arsenal team. So
Wait,
I don't know.
You know
you
why?
say
not,
you're
bro?
neutral, right? You say you're
Yeah.
neutral, right? Who do you want to win the game? Nobody.
No, your draw will be best outcome for me.
Bad.
Like 1-1 draw, or like a
I will
0-0
take
draw,
I will take a Man U
Or-
win because Man U will not threaten Liverpool at all this season.
or like
Arsenal
a
will
3-3
start.
draw. Saka 3 goals and then Rashford 3 goals. And happy man for my.
Okay, you're saying ABK, you were saying what were you about to say?
I think the reason why there's the lack of rhythm, right, is that left
know.
8 position. We are missing Shaka, bro. Like, I think it's okay. This position, right, a lot of people has been slagging Havertz off, right? But I think it's a position where it's difficult to see the impact you have the game, because your role in the game, right, is to receive the ball and pass it forward. You know, it's as simple as that. You know, you don't have the fancy assists, you don't have the fancy goals, right? And Xhaka does it very well. His passing is very crisp, right? But Havertz, I think there's still lots of room for him to improve, lah. I don't think he's a really bad player, right? because I think that position is difficult for you to shine, because you don't really get goals and assists, right? But what's promising for me is Fabio Vieira when he came on. I think last 2 games, I think he really did have a good impact when he came on, right? And I think what's promising was that last season he was bad. Like a lot of people like made him the scapegoat, and this season, right, I think with his impact coming on, right, it gives me hope for Havertz, because I think Havertz.
I don't know about that though, bro. But you say they don't get goals and assists, right? Xhaka had a decent number of goals and assists last season, and Havertz got into a lot of good positions that he could have easily scored assists, but he hasn't.
Yeah.
So I think that
I think
you know what I mean?
Okay, it's not a sitter, bro. I don't know if people say it's a sitter, but it's not a sitter, bro. Lisandro Martinez was in front of him, right? It looks silly, that chance looks silly,
but he just
it was
he
total miss hit, like. It was like a kind of an amateur rookie to kind of like, you know, like you
Like
basketball,
a
right?
futsal pitch moment.
Yeah, you just totally missed the ball, right? But actually, it's not a sitter, lah. I mean, Saka's one was a sitter, bro. The Saka's chance was a sitter. He should have scored that. But Havertz, even if he had clean contact, Lisandro Martinez was right in front of him. Right, so I will argue, right, that his miss hit, right, was a better chance for Arsenal, because Eddie Nketiah could have got onto it if Lisandro Martinez didn't get to it first. So actually, I think it wasn't really a sitter. Like, I think Saka's miss was a bigger miss.
But when Højlund came on, I think that guy is gonna be a menacing striker, man. He's really got that pace and that size, and I think he really.
He was quite
he bullied Gabriel. I think Gabriel had I won't say a tough game, but like he took Gabriel head on head. And Gabriel is a solid defender, and I'm actually quite nervous if he actually clicks in this United team.
Yeah, I think that physicality.
Okay, let's talk about assets.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about assets? So Saka.
Yeah.
So sell or hold?
Hold.
Or buy?
Hold.
I have him. I'll hold on to him first. I'll hold on to him. He's my only Arsenal. No, he's my only Arsenal attacking asset. So I have him and Saliba, and I think that Arsenal still has some quality, and Saka's gonna be there and abouts lah. So not worth a transfer for me. But if you were to ask me, Saka or Odegaard, I'll pick Odegaard lah. Just that I won't go in for transfer to swap one for the other. Yeah. But
Okay, so my team has Salah. I have Salah, Saka, Foden, and Rashford. And I think Saka is the one that I'll sell first, because I don't know. I just think he's not. I mean, compared with Salah and Foden and Rashford, I still will keep them. But I think Saka, he just doesn't look right. I think I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling him, and also the team. And I think Rashford is more. I know it's a bit recency bias, but with Højlund, right? With Højlund, as you all mentioned, right? I think Rashford is a more hold than Saka. But yeah, so Martinelli, if anyone's still holding Martinelli, he was so good in this game, man. I was thinking, why did I sell him, man? He took 8 corners. He did got an assist, but he could have gotten much more. But if you are still holding on Martinelli, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, Martinelli is 8 million, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean just hang on to him, lah. I don't think he's be rotated, lah. It's kind of his the impact he has on the left, and especially with Jesus coming back on, right? I wouldn't necessarily bring him in, but I think I'll hold him, lah. But I think the person that maybe we should start like looking out for, I wouldn't say bring him in straight away, but I think the person that you should like start tracking or monitoring is Gabriel Jesus, lah. I think when he came on, I know it's Maguire and Evans, but I think he really grilled them. I really goreng those 2 defenders. Yeah.
Okay. Anwar?
Yeah. No, I was saying like I'll probably hold Saka, right? But earlier also I mentioned that I'm still considering to get Madison into my team, and if there's anyone here, I'll probably consider Saka. I think Saka is just one good touch away from being world class, man. His first touch, if he improves on his first touch, one first touch away from being world class. I think what sets him apart from him and Salah is that first touch. A lot of times
I don't think so, man. I think it's his.
No,
I
he
think
doesn't put himself
if
in
he
good position.
no, I think if he's more clinical, he'll be world class. Salah's first touch isn't that good, so in my opinion, I
It's
think
solid, bro. Solid.
No,
A
Luis
lot of difference.
it's good. I think what Saka and Salah, the difference is for me clinical. He has to be more clinical and more robust. I think that's where Saka will go
He
into
needs to be
Salah's
a
level.
15 goal a season kind of player. I
At
think
least,
that's what he needs to strive to become.
Which is easy. I think he should be able to do that with his talent and penalties and
It's
all
the
that.
first
Okay,
touch. His first touch let him down.
is his first
Stubborn,
touch that bad, bro?
Not that bad. Like sometimes the ball comes to him nicely, but he pushes it a bit too far for him. He needs to take a second touch and then by then the defense will have reorganized. You got
I don't
one
agree.
more
I
player
don't
back.
agree. AVK, do you agree?
You
Rano?
go watch.
As in, I don't have a problem with his first touch. I think sometimes the only thing that it's a bit difficult for him is that I think he's kind of marked out in the game. Sometimes you see two defenders on him. On him. So it's kind of difficult. He needs to not... If you put one defender on him, he has the speed and physicality to dribble past the next player. Because I think that's what you're referring to when you're talking about bad touch. Because he likes to push it a bit further because he knows when he push and run, when he push it, right, he has the speed, his agility, the acceleration to get to the ball next. It's not say bad touch, but I think he purposely pushes it further, right? So that because he knows if you want to battle in terms of speed with the defender, he'll get to it. I think that's what his that's what his move is like, his style is like. But I think with two defenders on him, I think it's a bit difficult for him to kind of to work around it. He just has to pass it to Odegaard or someone around him. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about United assets. So Bruno, I think in this game, right, what tells me that against a good team, right, he's just not good for FPL. So you saw him tracking back a lot, going deep, and I don't know. As a Bruno owner, against good teams, I don't think he's a good asset. I think he's more like a bully, like Rashford. I think against good teams or bad teams, he will excel more. Do you all agree with that?
I think I beg to differ. I think Bruno, he's against good teams, he still has that ability to create. I mean that Garnacho pass was all him. That weight of the pass was perfect for him. Yeah, I mean, would that have been a goal, he would have gotten an assist. I mean, I think it's understandable in big games that he would have less attacking returns, but I wouldn't say that he wouldn't have any attacking returns at all against big teams.
So no regret selling Rashford over Bruno?
A bit of regret. I mean, if I had... Because, as in... I don't know. I still can't decide whether Bruno or Rashford is a better asset.
Yeah, it's too close. It's too
I think
close.
it's too close to call.
Because let's hope the 0.5 million you save can buy you a better player. That's the only thing. I think it's close. Anwar, Onana, if you have the consolation for us Pickford owners, right, is Onana is probably worse because he costs more. If you own Onana, right, is it a sell, or do you think Amrabat will change everything together with Johnny Evans and Maguire?
Nana in goal. I think again we don't see many clean sheets. And then with this United defense, I think I won't say we're not expecting to see more, but it's quite tough to see more clean sheets coming from this team. So too expensive for that price, man.
I find Onana irritating, like he played damn high. He played damn high, like really like asking for it kind of, like those.
It's not about playing damn high, no. Like you have a defender running after him, right? He just wants to make the hardest pass he can make,
Yeah.
He try to pass beside the defender.
But what's irritating is that he can't make the pass, bro. Like
he can.
His
quality there, His quality there,
He has the ball playing ability to make the pass, but it's just irritating to watch. Kind of like the Gale, like stubborn kind of like player, like.
That's what the Cameroon coach felt with him. That's why he got kicked out of the World Cup squad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about our team, Anwar. Let's move on. Easy win against Aston Villa 3-0. I didn't see this coming, especially with the loss, especially with Matip and Joe Gomez. What do you think of this easy and comfortable victory, bro?
I think the midfield really makes a lot of difference. With this midfield of Sobo, McAllister, suddenly the heart is ticking again, the engine is running, and then we see even this midfield made that defensive duo look good, man. Okay, I'm not saying that they are bad, but Gomez had a solid game.
They have been
carried
bad,
on. He carried on the form from from the Newcastle game. He had one or two missed. I think they almost scored against. Not just scored against it. They almost picked up the ball
Diaby,
on
is it?
him, right? Yeah. Then he got lucky with that one. Yeah, but I think this midfield. I was quite surprised though when I saw the lineup with Gomez and Matip at centre back. I was thinking Watkins and Diaby gonna
Yeah,
have
man.
a
Field day.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was thought.
But yeah, Curtis Jones cleans up pretty well. McAllister, Sobo is insane, man. Sobo is my favorite player right now. Really. Like
Bro, so
I was
change of
telling
hearts.
Lokman, right? Yeah, really. Like, I think about,
At the start of the season, what were you saying, bro?
I was like saying like he looks lost. Like honestly, he looks lost. But
He did,
but
to be fair.
He did. But then the thing is, right? He plays with his heart on his sleeve, and I think that's something that you endear to very quickly. And then with that goal, so Gerrard S, man.
Hey bro, anyway, I read an article in the Athletic, right? He's wearing size 7 shoes
Yeah.
because his father made him wear smaller shoes so that his feet won't grow, so that he can kick the ball better.
Yeah. So he can
Did
dribble
this-
like shit better.
I don't know whether that makes sense. You wear smaller shoes, your feet won't grow when you're young. So he wears I think US 7, but he's like 1.8 something. Yeah, so that's one of the tricks. So if you want your kids to have a better shot,
wonder
you just
my-
get smaller feet.
No, my dribbling so rabak, saya. I said 11.
Oh yeah.
Gotta bind those feet, man.
Okay, let's talk about Salah, the main guy. I think for now he's still a Liverpool player. We still have 2 more days to wait whether I think 200 million.
If we
200
stay, bro,
million.
if we stay. Because, okay, my take on this is that, right, if they come in with the 300 million right now, right, there's nothing...
300? 200.
I'm saying
200.
even if we're talking about like
Okay.
300 million, like some crazy price here, FSG has nothing to gain out of this transfer except looking greedy, right? Because Salah has shown
But who
his
cares?
commitment. Huh?
But who
What do
cares
you
about looking greedy? They get the money. Why would they care?
Yeah, no, I mean like from a PR perspective, right? Like we Salah has shown his commitment to the club. He says that okay, whatever you want to do, I'll respect what the club does. And then right now the fans are saying that we want him in. He's our best player, and I don't think that anyone wants to sell. Like okay, at least for me, I don't want to sell a player without having proper replacements coming in, or we can invest that 300 million up to January. And even if it's in January, that money really cannot do us good because people know we have that money. Prices are going to be expensive, so it just looks like FSG is going to cash out. There's nothing there. I think FSG is going to hold on to this. They're not going to sell him unless they come in with like a 300 million pound offer with a 1 year loan back to Liverpool.
I will
But yeah,
100%
but yeah.
sell him. 200 million is a lot, bro. I think 2 year left, 31 years old, 31 or 32. I think we should just get the money and run, man.
Yeah, I think
Run.
especially with Liverpool this season in Europa, right? There's no urgency for you all to kind of have to win the Champions League or anything.
Okay, wait, but do you think we'll win the Premier
I,
League?
I think they can afford to let half the season go and January transfer window invest
get-
that 200
just
million, but to buy
Give
someone.
Arsenal 150 million for Saka.
Huh?
Easy deal.
No way, bro.
Right.
Saka isn't going
Arsenal will take
anywhere.
150.
I think
But
you guys.
Arsenal will
I
10
think I will give you Reece Nelson for 50 million.
Okay, but let's be a bit more. Let's be a bit more objective here, lah. So I think
Okay.
amongst all the assets, Liverpool attacking assets, I think the most nailed now is Salah. I mean, if he stays, right?
Okay,
and he's
okay,
also gonna
wait.
stay.
So question from Jerry Chan. He's asking about Darwin and how he's the best in the world. Past 2 games, 2 goals, 2 assists. First of all, is he the best in the world? Okay, so my take on Liverpool assets, right? I think for now, right, you just wait for the Europa League teams. I think from the Europa League team, right, you can gain clues from who will start the Premier League games. That's my thinking right now. So right now, I don't think Darwin is nailed. I don't think Jota is nailed. If anyone was nailed, right, besides Salah, right, I think it's Luis Diaz. What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. And no, I mean, I just want to make my point about Salah here. So I think that
Okay,
a lot of people like managers this season, they don't want Salah in because they feel that he's not going to perform this season, and then like he's too expensive. You can put a lot more money in all these mid price assets. And I think what we've seen in the first 4 games that these 6.5 million assets, we've seen the points rotated amongst many different midfielders. And with the games that Liverpool has had, Salah has got like 5 points and 7 points, like on average. And I think Salah is a quality FPL player that that I will keep in my team. And looking at the run of games that they're going to have, like Wolves, West Ham, they're going to have a decent run of like 7-8 games. And with the form that they have, I think it's going to be very difficult for those who don't have Salah to bring him into the team. And the alternative is like you mentioned lah. We don't know whether they really nail or not. So I feel like Salah it's quite an essential Liverpool attacking asset for now.
There's this one question on Telegram channel which I didn't really get lah.
What do you ask?
He asked about the essential differentials.
I
think that's kind of like a paradox. I don't think you can have any essential differential, but I think maybe Salah is as close as you can get to an essential differential. Because I think still looking at the percentage owned, right, I think not many people own Salah because I think there are a lot of other
25%.
Yeah, there are a lot of other alternatives in the midfield that you can get for cheaper, and you can like strengthen your team as in at other different positions with not having Salah in your team. Right, so yeah, I mean as close as the answer I can give you is essential differential would be Salah. Right.
Really? Okay, that's
I don't know what it means by essential differential.
Okay, so from game week 9, right, Liverpool have a good run of fixtures and Chelsea turned bad. So right now, right, I don't have much Chelsea assets. I only have Chilwell and I have Salah, right? So I'm not thinking of wildcarding anytime soon because I already have Salah in place. I think those who wants to get Salah will probably have to wildcard. So I'm thinking I'm going to hold my wildcard if I can, of course. If my team becomes bad, then I'll do. But I want to ask you guys, are you all thinking of any wildcard? Is your team any close to a wildcard?
No.
Yeah,
no.
so for me, no.
Oh, yeah?
I actually saved this week transfer in anticipation of the international break. So I've got 2 transfers. And I think if like let's say because right now I have Shaw and Wejo, both of them injured, both of them on my bench. And I think like I need to
Okay, let's talk about team attack.
Yeah, we talk.
Okay, so if you guys want to if you want to talk about if you guys want to wildcard now, right, you just I will recommend you guys to activate it right now and then chase the price changes. So yeah, I think you should roughly know that your team then wildcard. You have to decide now and try to chase some price changes if you can. But of course, if after the international break you have a bad team, you can also activate later on. But yeah, I think anything else before we move on to off the menu?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on to the off the menu segment where we pick a differential that is less than 5%. So recap from last week, right?
Right now I'm leading, bro.
Who do you pick?
I
AVK?
picked Pedro Neto, who got 2 assists and 10 points this game week.
You got that lucky, man.
Hey, bro, not that lucky, bro. It's skill, bro. It's zero. I want to
100%
say.
skill.
I want to say he's 0.2% owned. It's like the least percentage differential among the 3 of us. And he's
Okay, when do you go first, bro?
points,
Okay, wait. Actually,
Fair
wait.
game.
Anwar chose Big Awo, right? He got an assist at least. I chose Enzo Fernandez, who probably could have returned, but yeah, it is what it is. And let's go on with ABK first. Who's your pick this week, bro?
Okay, so this week I'm going for this is Operation Target Luton pick. So I'm gonna go for Raul Jimenez. He had pretty good stats against City actually. I mean, for someone who played against City, he had a non-penalty XGI of 0.32. He got 2 shots in the box against City. I think that's commendable. Against City, that's commendable. And he's going to face Luton up next. I don't think Fulham has any other strikers that are worth playing over Jimenez. So I think Jimenez is my pick of the week.
Okay, I'll go next. I will stick to the same concept. Operation target Operation Luton. I'll go with Harry Wilson, 5.4 million, 0.2%. So I think if you look at the team, right, without Mitrovic, right, I think he is probably the most talismanic player in the team in attack. I mean, besides Paulinia, of course. I think he's probably the best player in attack. I think he's better than Pereira. So yeah, I think he will probably take on the mantle, and I like him. Liverpool legend, not legend, but yeah, I will pick him. At 0.2%, bro.
Okay.
0.2%.
One other thing I want to say about your point. Actually, Harry Wilson was on my list since last week. But then looking at Jimenez against Man City, I chose Jimenez instead. But against Luton, right, the right wingers so far, March, right, has got 9 points against him. Sterling, I think 19 points against Luton, right winger. And then after the third game, because Luton has only played 3 games this game week, this season. The third guy is Bowen. I think Bowen also returned against Luton. So all of them have returned.
Bournemouth also, their all the right wingers against Bournemouth has scored. So I think it was Bowen, Salah, Kulu, and then I think the next one is Sterling. He's coming a bit. So
Yeah.
don't sell Sterling.
All
Okay, let's
against
move on.
Kabul,
Anwar.
Can I choose the same player again? Because I think Auni.
Cannot.
Can.
I will choose another player, but I just want to say that he's at 4.4% against Burnley the next game, man. And I think
You didn't sell him hard enough last week. Then he's still a differential.
No, but if you look at all the FPL content creators right now, right, they're pushing for Big Owl, man. They hurt me.
Because of you.
I'll share with you. They're saying Big Owl is the next thing, but
No, actually,
for his
wait.
brother.
No, actually, you
Wait.
can I mean, if not, yeah, I mean, you can go for the same person, man. If you really want to go,
Okay,
just
okay,
go for the same person.
No,
because
because
if not, then there's no other players. I mean,
Can.
once game week 38 come, then we have to start.
it's going to be the last week, bro. Next week is going to be at 15%. Trust me. Now he's still at
Okay,
4.4%.
Can
He really rose in price.
as long as it's below 5%, still can.
Yeah, Burnley
You
and
can
then
save-
Manchester City.
Okay lah. You can save time also, right? Because you don't have to input a new picture on our post on Instagram.
But if you want someone else, then we go with Sobo, bro. Sobo Slide. Sobo Slide. But
Okay,
it's a bit
okay,
pricey lah. But I still go with Awoni. Big
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so who's your choice?
Officially,
Big
our.
Okay, we are running quite 56 minutes, so let's quickly talk. I want to ask Anwar, as a member of the rugby heritage in Singapore, right? The World Cup is starting this weekend, bro. Are you
Oh, is it?
excited? Are you watching? Yeah. Or you didn't know?
I tell you, when I focus on something, right, FPL is my life, man. I eat, I sleep, I dream FPL, man. The next thing I know, right, it's like, go DRB, I was telling my friend, I think I posted a clip. Chunks was saying that FPL does things to you that he probably would have.
I saw that also. Yeah.
So I was watching the Liverpool Villa game, right? That's like I don't have any Liverpool defensive assets here. It'd be nice to see DRB score. Where did he score that?
Okay. So back to rugby, bro. No love for the World Cup, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite hard to watch some of the games here, lah. So the timing is also usually on
Where's the rugby held? I remember playing
France.
I remember playing the rugby World Cup fantasy.
You
in
did?
with my company. Yeah. I worked in a British company previously, and I
Yeah.
played the rugby fantasy lah. Right, and all of them were watching it regularly. Yeah. I didn't watch a single game except for the final, and I won all of them in the fantasy, bro.
Hey, bro, really?
I did, bro.
You don't play
That's
now,
how
bro.
they say,
This fantasy.
They have.
See, it's not a player selection. I think it's you have to decide the team who win or whatever.
That's
right.
gambling.
This one is player selection. I mean, there's a fantasy game that
It's not a player selection fantasy. It was you decide on the who wins the game kind of thing.
Okay.
But you have to research on a lot of players. 15.
I actually love my ruggers.
No thanks for me.
I'm actually playing
I'm good.
I'm actually playing the fantasy. Actually, I love my ruggers. So I'm actually playing. So I was hoping Anwar is going to play, but sadly, FPL is live for him.
You watch out.
never mind.
Later, John. So who you rooting for, man? This World Cup?
England.
I think I
It's
hope
always
France.
England.
England. I support England, but England is so bad right now. It's in shambles. So I'm hoping Ireland or France win. Yeah.
I'm a Springbok supporter. I spent 6 months on exchange in South Africa, so I've been a Springbok supporter since. But I don't really follow lah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping we
Anna?
see more upsets like Japan did the last World Cup. Yeah, and I think what's nice about watching Japan play, right, is that the Asians like us, they got the same. I mean, they got a few import players lah, but they managed
Similar
to
genes lah.
similar
Is
genes,
it?
and they made it work lah. So it's really interesting. It's really
that's true.
inspiring.
Do they have a rugby version of Mitoma who did a thesis on maybe sidestepping or what?
Oh, they have. They have. Oh
You'll
no,
be
no,
surprised, man. You'll be surprised, man.
no. There's this last World Cup, right? There's this winger. He's 26 years old, right? He retired, right, because he wanted to be a doctor, like a medical doctor. Yeah.
So he didn't do his
that-
thesis
that-
on sidestepping and.
I think he's becoming a doctor, medical doctor. Yeah, but anyone listening who love their ruggers, who wants to be playing fantasy, just hit me up, man. Cause I'm actually playing with few friends, so yeah. Speaking of other fantasy games, the Champions League fantasy is gonna start soon. So that after game week 5, right? Midweek is Champions League already. Are you guys playing or not?
Nope.
Champions League. My
too
club,
many.
my team's not in the Champions League, bro.
Come on, bro. I'm gonna create a mini league for a podcast, and I love the UCL fantasy. So I think you guys should play, man. Especially ABK, bro. Arsenal is in the fantasy. You can choose Saka already,
There's
bro.
too many fantasies I'm playing.
Ah.
I'll see how. I'll see how. I'm right now playing the F1 fantasy. I'm playing the Spanish cycling fantasy. Champions League fantasy might be a bit too much for me lah. But I'll see lah. Since Arsenal is inside, maybe I'll just start a team and play casually
I know.
lah. Yeah.
I'll create a
Yeah,
mini league.
probably-
You're better. Just make a team
play,
and then.
I'll play
Can,
casually
can,
lah.
can.
Casually lah. Yeah.
Okay, I'll be
Okay, I
honest,
like
bro.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
go,
talk
man.
about our.
Let's go talk about
yeah.
teams.
Yeah, let's talk about teams. So it's still a long way to go, right? So yeah, I will start with my team quickly.
Yeah. Just do
So
a quick
how
one.
quick one. Okay, so I finished with 83 points. I jammed out. So Vardiel didn't play, right? And I got Cameron Archer's 12 points, man. All skill, no luck at all. So basically, right, those people who have Cameron Archer, right, usually play 3 at the back, right? So they won't even get him off. But I'm playing 4 at the back. That's how I managed
Yep.
to jam him 12 points. So yeah, so good job, Pep. So 83 points. I got green arrow from 3.2 to 2.2 million. So yeah, healthy-ish. So Pickford, Chilwell, Estupinian, Henry, Salah, Saka, Rashford, Foden, Captain Haaland, and Cameron Archer and Rian Wisa. So I think next game week, honestly don't know what to do yet. My team looks good. I want Madison, but I don't know who to sell. So I'm thinking Saka, but I'm not sure yet. So yeah, other than that, I think I'll probably roll. I don't mind playing Archer also. Away to Spurs, I think.
I don't know, man. I don't know about playing Archer, man. Yeah.
Mm.
I will
I can
still bench
still play
Archer
Henry,
like for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Yep.
fine. I can play Henry also. Yeah.
Okay. Let
So-
me run through my team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Go ahead.
disappointing week for me. 71 points. My rank now dropped to 3.3 million from 2.9 million. So for someone with such a low, high rank. My overall rank is still so high at 2.9 million. To get a red arrow, quite disappointing. 71 points. 352. Pickford in goal. Three defenders: Estupinan, Gabriel, Chilwell. In my midfield, Madison, Mitoma, Fernandes, Foden, Saka. Up front, I got Watkins, Haaland. Yeah, so actually Gabriel came on for my Vardiol. Gabriel came on with 2 points. So it's still quite disappointing. So looking forward to the next week. Playing Turner over Pickford. I think I'm setting up the same way, 3-5-2. But this time I think I might be playing Gabriel over Estupinan. So I'm just going to bench Estupinan for the week.
Gabriel will play, right?
Yeah. Sorry? I don't
Gabriel
know.
will probably play from now. I feel like in the team.
Yeah, as in, I would think so lah. And I think Arsenal has one of the lowest XGC also after Man City, right? So I think I would want to keep Gabriel in my team lah. So even if he doesn't play, I think Estupinan will come on lah. Yep.
Okay, Arnold?
Potential transfers, I'm looking at Mitoma to Sterling actually. Yeah.
Mitoma to Sterling.
Yeah. I think we move on lah. Move on. Let's not dwell too much. I'm still considering that move lah. Anwar.
Okay.
So I've got 75 points this week. I'm just happy that I'm above average. So that's my game plan for this season. At least try to hit above average every game week. Got lucky on the last game day with Rashford, Saka, Salah getting in the points. I've got Pickford in goal, Saliba, Gusto, Estupinian, and Kabore in defense. I started with a 3 defender. And then in my midfield, I got Saka, Mitoma, Rashford, Diaby, Salah, and up front, Wisa and Haaland. I think I put out a TikTok post last week asking if I should sell Wisa for Awoni. And I think I'm quite happy to know that our FPL community here are a bunch of logical people. Almost 50% of them tell me keep Wisa. And then there's 30% who actually came and said maybe I should put my money where my mouth is and bring Big Owl. So that's a consideration as well for the next game week. But I tell you, there's this 20% of devils who tell me I should sell my Haaland and bring in Awoni. Some people just
I think I'm one of them, bro.
Yeah, but
Sorry about that.
yeah. Thank you for your input, guys. I will take them into consideration. I have 2 free game. I got 2 free transfers going into the next game week. And,
Always good to have 2
what are your
for
plans?
international week.
Yeah, correct. So now I feel that my weakest position, position of the field is the defense. So I got Gusto, Estupinian, Saliba, and Kabore, and Luke Shaw, who's injured. So I probably see if I will bring in maybe Destiny
Destiny.
or
For sure.
no. And I might take a -4 to improve my Wejo to Archer on the bench. So that's something that.
But you have 2 free transfers, right? Why do you have to take hit?
And then the midfielder. I think I need to bring Madison in before I regret.
For who?
So yeah.
Mitoma.
So my midfield I got Mitoma, Saka, Diaby. So and Rashford. Alright. So
Mitoma.
it's quite tough lah. I thinking
Mitoma,
Mitoma,
keep
but I
Diaby.
got, probably.
I'm
Mitoma or
quite
Saka.
surprised that you guys are still like after Son's hat-trick, still Madison over Son. So quite interesting.
Yeah.
But we can't
it's not a bit
afford.
too expensive.
Yeah, for me, my bid is already made now. I already made the Madison move last week, so.
Yeah.
But will you go Son over Madison, ABK? If you can afford, you would.
I don't know, man. I need more games to decide lah. So
I think like Sheffield, right? Sheffield at home is more a Madison game than Son. So
Yep.
if you want immediate
Okay.
returns, right?
Yep.
Just Madison is too good. Anyway, Anwar, you said you have no fires to fight, right? You did a write up, right? You have fires, what, bro? Shaw, Vijo are all fires. I think you have to.
Yeah. I didn't have fires to fight last week lah.
Oh, that's why.
So
you
right
meant.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to mini league, bro. Mini league, and then wrap it up.
Yeah, so our mini league FPL Kopi Talk podcast mini league. So this week's top 3 we have in third position Alex Louis, fantasy for life with 87 points. So he's sitting at 289 total points. In second place we have Alex Lau, or are you sure no Gabriel? With 104 points. Monster week, man, from Alex.
104.
104 points, yeah. Let's see who he has in his team.
TC.
Oh, he has Alvarez and Haaland.
ETC.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
So he made the wise choice with Salah.
Joaquim Gomez
Haaland.
TC this game week.
Yeah. Shout out Joaquim Gomez. I know you're listening to this.
and check this out, man. He
Good
has
job, bro.
easy. Joaquim, Joe, if you're listening, I'll put this into one of the reels, and then I'll tag you, and then I'll invite you as collaborator. All right, Joe.
Yeah.
And then Pritam too. Pritam, how's your Workers' Party League going along? Yeah. Anyway, check this out. He has easy. Oh, he did the bench boost.
Wait. Which
He
team are you
played the
talking
bench
about?
boost. Alex
Second.
team. Yeah, he played the bench boost.
No wonder.
Yeah, so he has
that makes sense.
Easy and Udogi Ariola on the bench.
Okay,
And
let's
top
talk about
one, we have Gunham Down FC by Kinson Gunn. He had 75 points, similar points to
Back
me
to back.
this week. Back to back, number one, 297 points. And Kinson, your transfer for this week is interesting, man. I think he subbed out 2 goalkeepers, right? He subbed out. Who was his?
Transferred out,
Yeah, he transferred out. He
Transferred out.
transferred out Onana and Steele, and brought in Ariola.
I don't know what's
and Leno.
happening.
So, like a real
What's happening, bro?
luxury transfers to make. Yeah. It's not only like like goalkeeper transfer is already a luxury move, right? But 2 goalkeeper transfers, right, in one game week. That's like
And-
super luxury, bro. Like high end, really, bro.
And he's still sitting on top,
Kinson.
bro.
Kinson, can you tell us, if you can tell us on Telegram, why do you make 2 goalkeeper transfers?
Inspired.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Man.
No, but I gotta say,
He could have just made one transfer and roll the other, right?
he started
if he wanted
off-
to change one keeper.
He started off the season well. I mean, like his team he started with is solid. I think.
Yeah. I mean, you could just sell Onana, get in
For Ariola, right?
Still 1.5
Yeah,
in the
just-
bank.
He could have just made one transfer and played the goalkeeper. I don't know why he had to make 2 though. Okay,
When
anyway.
he got
even though it's free
enough points,
transfers-
why not, right?
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
just as a reminder, I mean, since we're on the topic on the mini league, we give out the Premier League jersey of choice to the season winner of our league. You may find our league code at the Telegram channel where we administer our league and interact with the community.
Okay, so we'll be podding next post game week 5. I think we'll take a break next week. Anwar, anything? Last
Yeah.
words?
Don't forget
Any
to
last
follow our
words?
socials. Guys, if you see anything on our socials, right, just show us some love, man. Like it, follow it, subscribe to it. If we put a poll up, just play along with it. We see how the interaction goes, and then we see if we have any more some mini games you like to play. We're still learning the ropes here, and we love you guys for we love you for being part of this journey, man. Any feedback? Feel
Yeah, if
free to
you're-
drop us a message, man. Really, DM me.
Yeah,
We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah.
So if you're new here, I hope you will stay on every week. We'll pod every week. Thanks for the pod, brothers. All the best. We are FPL Kopi Talks signing out.
You're listening to FPL Kopi Talks. Right here. Right now.